La rueda del tiempo gira. Y las eras llegan y pasan. Y dejan atrás recuerdos.
So you've both done fantasy and adventure projects before, but I feel like Wheel of Time might be the biggest you've done so far. So what does it mean? So what does it mean to you to be a part of this show and to experience a project at this scale?
It's really overwhelming. I mean, we've talked about how we still have pinch me moments.
Yeah.
The level of detail and artistry on the show, and it's really special. Like people really care. Like in particular, Rafe Judkins and the whole creative team, like have just gone to extreme lengths to bring these books to life and to stay true to the characters and the stories and the themes. And it's always wonderful to be a part of a project where you feel like the creative integrity is intact and people are willing to do the story justice. So that's been a real boost, I think, for us. And of course, the scale is like none other than that I've ever experienced. So
it's up there with
it's huge.
It's huge. It's large.
Yeah. And so this is also a story of growth, finding your place in the world and learning to unlock your potential. So what did you learn personally, embodying and living the journey of your characters?
I think, for myself, it was life was imitating art in a really unusual way, obviously not on the same scale as our Two Rivers heroes, but, I think we were all thrust into this really extreme situation of being uprooted from our lives and moving to another country and embarking on this, wild adventure. And that's something that happens to our characters. Obviously, they've got the stakes for them are a bit higher, tiny bit higher. Yeah. But I think that's something that we all channeled into our craft. Keep that one. But I think also the casting has been brilliant. It's perfect. So I think everyone is a sublime embodiment of our characters.
So Moraine, let's talk about Moraine. She acts like a guide for the kids, and she's sort of I see her like sort of like their dungeon master. So what was it like having Rosamund Pike as a leader, and what did you learn from working with her?
I love that. Rosamund Pike, the dungeon master. Yeah. She would love that. Yeah, she would love that. She would get behind that.
Tell her.
I think so, yeah.
Tell her I said that, yeah.
We will. If you have your interview with her, you should so say that.
I don't, sadly, yeah.
She is exactly that. Yeah, she is the dungeon master.
Yeah. She has been somewhat of a guide in this space as actors being in this, as we just talked about, this scale of a show and this medium, as well as being that on the show. We've learned a lot from her. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I believe it's true. She's been, she's such a force and she's such a generous woman and actor, and she takes her job so seriously, and she also believes in this story and this work and Rafe, and so it's been wonderful to have someone like her involved from the get-go too. Yeah.
So, many fantasy epics have predominantly or sometimes even exclusively white casts and more male characters than female, no queer representation, all that. You know how that goes. So how do you feel about the diversity in the Wheel of Time? Because it's great to see that.
I think it's a reflection of what our world is like and what our society is like. There are a lot of powerful women, diverse people of all different backgrounds, and identities that are role models for us in our normal lives. So I think, this is what our series and our art should reflect. I think that's what makes the Wheel of Time a standout, particularly in the fantasy genre, is the way that diversity is celebrated. It's not something radical or unusual for people of diverse backgrounds to be in positions of power or leadership. It's just the way it is. And I hope that that's something that audience members will take from watching this show, and it can hopefully inform our society.
Yeah. So I'm going to read you guys a quote from Moraine that she says to the kid that I loved. Your life isn't going to be what you thought. You've lived too long in these mountains pretending that what happens in the rest of the world won't affect you. I think that sums it up pretty well. So do you think the show is like a call for new generations to take actions and change the world we are living in right now?
I love that. I love the way you have just phrased that question. That is really moving.
I haven't even thought about it like that. It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
I think so. I think there's a lot of really wonderful and poignant themes in this show, and I hope people, after they watch episodes, feel empowered and start questioning society and feel hopeful as well. I think there's a lot of hope underneath a lot of darkness and terror. There's still, light as well, which is a beautiful balance that I think Wheel of Time gets right.
Absolutely.
So, following up on that, the real life reflection that the story has in the world, what would you say in real life would be a candidate for Dragon Reborn? Like someone someone you look up to, someone you admire, that inspires you, that has the power?
AOC. Nice. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I just
agree.
She's a bit of an Egwene, actually. I think Egwene is she's fully AOC. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
I think she'd be brilliant. But I think what is so brilliant about whoever the Dragon Reborn is, and it relates back to what you said, is it's a call for action. And our heroes, they don't see themselves as heroes, but they know that they have a part to play in the world, and they've got to do it, whether they like it or not. They take this sense of duty and they apply it. So, I think sometimes the best heroes are people that don't see themselves as heroes, people that just see themselves as civilians and they want to make a difference in the world. I think that is what is required to be the Dragon Reborn.
Nice.
Yeah. So finally, I know you are filming season 2 right now. I don't know if that's done or not. I don't know. But what can you tell me about it? And where do you want your characters to go? What would you like to explore from there?
I think, believe it or not, the scale just keeps getting bigger.
It's wow.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
The writing is I think it just every time we go it just keeps, the level keeps increasing. I think we get to dive into the characters and their emotional depths and what drives them more, which I think is really exciting. I think we spend more time with certain characters.
Absolutely. I think it's also, they were very family orientated, very close knit group of friends when we found them, and we really see these characters out there on their own, as individuals in this world. Like Zoe said, it's just getting bigger. I don't know how,
but I
don't know. Yes, but it's happening. But I know that we've all just been completely buzzed about season 2. It's very exciting. Very exciting. Very exciting.
It's really great to go into a show like this knowing that there's going to be a season 2. So that's something to look forward to. So that's my time. Thank you so much for your time. It was a real pleasure talking to you. Good luck with the show and with everything. Take care.
Thank you for your questions. They were really fabulous.
Thank you so much.
Ocurra lo que ocurra, pese al dolor o el desamor,